So I've noticed that there's been a little bit of interest in the last video I posted, my sort of run diary from Temple Newsam Ten. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a review video as to what it was like in case you're considering running it next year. Okay, so what is Temple Newsam Ten? Basically it's a muddy, hilly, very cold trail race set in the grounds of Temple Newsam House in Leeds in the second week of January. So if you like mud and hills and cold, you're probably going to love it. You've definitely got to do it. Even if you don't like hills or mud or cold like me, you might still love it because it just has that special something about it. Now it is hosted by a local running club called St Teresa's Athletics Club, and I have to say they do a fantastic job. I've attended races that are by people who actually they make races for profit that have been badly organised, and St Teresa's, who aren't making a whole bunch of profit from the race, they organise it all a lot better. So from that point of view, certainly I'd say give it a go. The cost is about £20. If you run with an affiliated athletics club, of course you'll get £2 off of the entry fee, and it's incredibly good value, I personally think, especially because you get an awesome medal and an awesome t-shirt as well, which I'm going to show you now. So this is this year's t-shirt. I got an extra small and it actually fits me, which is great because most race shirts, they're unisex, they're designed to fit men more than women. This is just the back view there. You can see it says tough, not timid, which is the race's motto. So yeah, that's my awesome shirt, which I'm very pleased with. This is the medal from this year's one. You see that there? Nice wide ribbon just there, which I quite like. I think some of the narrower ribbons make it look a bit cheap. It's just my personal view. And this was the goodie bag. As you can see, it's got a lovely logo on. But what I like about it is it's actually, this isn't one of those disposable plastic bags that are quite common for goodie bags. This is actually like a, I'm not actually sure what it's made of. I'll tell you, hold on. This is 100% polyester. So yeah, it's like a waterproof bag that you could store your muddy shoes in afterwards, I suppose. Which I think is quite cool. It's definitely reusable. So that could be my race kit bag for future races. So all in all, considering the race is about 20 quid, for the quality of the t-shirt and the medal and the bag, that I think it's really good value. And also just the people are really lovely that I met on the course. It attracts a lot of local club runners. There were 1,000 places this year, so it's quite a small race and it's all off-road, which is why they can't have huge numbers of people doing it. But they were just so friendly. There was a woman who was holding me up in the mud run, in the really muddy parts where I kept slipping over. Bless her. She could have just went past me and went on, because literally I was slowing up everyone that was behind me, but she didn't. And there was another lady who was coaxing me up a hill, bless her. And there was a St Teresa's runner who was talking to me in the first couple of miles. He was saying how it started. There's like a Friday mud club run that people used to do, and then somebody suggested making it into a race. The committee approved it, and that was how Temple Newsam Ten was born. And it's just interesting to learn things like that. The course itself aside from obviously being muddy and hilly, it's all countryside, so it's really beautiful. It's just quiet and peaceful, and headphones aren't allowed for safety reasons. But I think it's better because of that, because more people talk to each other. Like the amount of people that are passing you who are saying things like, I'm sure this mile has lasted for at least 5. You know, it reassures you that you're not the only one finding it difficult. So it has a great atmosphere. So even if you don't like the hills and you don't particularly like the mud, like me, and you definitely don't like the cold, then the chances are you're still going to love it anyway, the same way I do. Will I be doing it next year? Probably. The one thing I will say, if you like the event on Facebook, then they do put updates when they open registration and how many places are left and that sort of thing. It sells out quickly, usually within a few days, I would say. But they do post regular updates, so if you're following that on Facebook, then you will have enough notice. It's not like it sells out in the first few hours of opening registration or anything like that. But if you are wanting to do it, I would say register earlier rather than later, because there's a few people that I saw on Facebook who ended up not getting a place because of that. So yeah, I think I'll probably do it again next year. Fingers crossed. So give it a go, I would say, if you happen to be in Leeds in the second week of January next year. I hope this information was useful to you, and I hope you'll give it a try, because whether you love it or whether you think I'm never going to be that daft ever again, I think it's one that everyone has to try at least once.